Reviews are one of the most useful and easily misread tools in resort research. Most people skim the star reviews and read 3 or 4 reviews at random. That's not research, that's a coin flip. Today, I'm going to show you how I read reviews when I'm vetting a property, the patterns most people scroll right past, and how to decide which patterns deserve weight. I'm Tara Griffin with Stillpoint Travel. The quiet test from the last video examines how the resort is designed and operated. This review filter tests whether guests repeatedly experience it that way. Here's a phrase that shows up constantly in 5-star reviews: great vibes, or such a fun atmosphere, or the pool scene is amazing. These sound like good things, and for many travelers, it's exactly what they want. But if you want rest, great vibe can be a quiet warning label. It may mean lively, social, or louder than you would enjoy. The 5-star review is true. The guest experience is true. It just may not be your experience. So the first principle I use is this: read reviews for what they describe, not for the ratings they gave. Picture 2 reviews side by side. A 5-star review says, "Such a fun, lively resort. We danced every night." That may describe a resort that is completely wrong for you. A 3-star review says, "Beautiful, quiet property. I only wish the Wi-Fi were faster." That may describe a resort you love. Someone lowered the property over something that may have nothing to do with whether you'll rest. The rating and the fit are 2 separate questions, and the reviews rarely separate them for you. Not every review pattern deserves the same weight. Before I treat one as meaningful, I run it through 4 quick checks. Is it repeated? Does the same issue appear across several independent reviews? Is it recent enough to reflect how the property operates today rather than 3 years and a management change ago? Is it relevant? Does the detail affect the trip you want? And does the viewer explain where and when the detail happened? And is it cross-checked? Does the same pattern appear on more than one review source? No single check proves that a pattern is reliable. The more checks it passes, the more weight I give it. A single unsupported complaint deserves caution. A repeated, recent, relevant, and independently confirmed pattern deserves closer attention. 1. Repeated mentions of noise. One person complaining about a neighbor is an anecdote. It could reflect one lucky week, one poor room assignment, or one wedding during that stay. 12 reviews over several months mentioning music carrying into the rooms are no longer an isolated complaint. That is a strong pattern worth investigating. Check the dates and room locations before giving it full weight. On sites that allow word searches, try loud, noise, quiet, or music, and see how often these appear in searches. 2. Entertainment schedules. Reviewers often describe this without realizing this is a detail you need. We love the nightly shows. The music went till midnight. There were fun games at the pool all day. Now, these comments are not automatically negative. They tell you when and where the resort becomes active so that you can decide whether that atmosphere fits you. 3. Beach chair competition. Phrases like people reserved chairs at 6 in the morning or it was hard to find a place by 9 don't tell you why the problem occurred. It could reflect high occupancy, limited preferred seating, or a weak chair reservation policy. What they do tell you is that mornings may involve competition for preferred seating, and the resort may not support the easy start that you want. 4. Sound carrying between the rooms. This often appears in passing. We could hear our neighbors. The walls seem so thin. We could hear conversations through the connecting doors. One loud neighbor does not establish a resort-wide problem. Similar reports from guests in different rooms, buildings, or travel periods is a much stronger nighttime rest signal. 5. Party groups and large bookings. If reviews across different travel dates mention large groups, weddings, or celebration trips, group trips may be part of the resort's rhythm. Check whether the comments cluster around wedding season, spring break, or a holiday weekend. That context helps you determine a recurring resort pattern from a seasonal one. 6. Dining friction. This includes reservation bottlenecks, crowded restaurants, or service that feels rushed or unusually slow. It connects to restaurant flow from the last video. Whether the dining system gives you room to relax and choose where to eat, or funnels guests toward the same restaurants at the same time. A recurring pattern of slow dinner service may point to capacity or staffing pressure. But first check whether the comments involve one restaurant, one time of day, or the entire property. That helps you determine whether the reviews point to one weak restaurant or to a broader resort-wide problem. What reviewers don't mention can add context, but it should carry less weight than repeated affirmative descriptions. No recurring noise complaints on its own is mildly encouraging. Several comments, such as "so quiet," "felt like a retreat," or "barely saw anyone at the pool," are stronger. Recent comments from travelers clearly seeking a peaceful experience are stronger still. Consistency across different dates, room areas, and review sources is the strongest signal. Silence is supporting evidence. It is not proof. Quick recap. Weigh each pattern by asking whether it's recent, relevant, recurring, and cross-checked. Then look for 6 practical signals. Noise, entertainment timing, beach chair competition, sound between rooms, recurring groups or events, and dining flow. The truth about a resort is rarely contained in one review. It appears in patterns across reviews, travel dates, room areas, and traveler preferences. But the skill is not simply spotting a pattern. It's knowing how much weight that pattern deserves. Read for repetition. Read for what is described, not only what is rated. And treat silence as context, not proof. The quiet test helps you examine how a resort is designed and how it's operated. Review analysis helps you test whether guests repeatedly see it that way. In the next video, we'll use both filters to answer a different question. What kind of peaceful resort actually fits you? Because peaceful isn't one thing. Whenever you're ready, you can start with a planning form from stillpointtravel.com.